Geeks of the world, let's talk about Iceman issue number 4. This is published by Marvel Comics, and it's written by Sina Grace and illustrated by Edgar Salazar. Bobby Drake's solo series has been focusing a lot more on his personal life, while still maintaining the fact that he is one of the senior X-Men members, who's also a professor for the Xavier Institute. Anyways though, in issue number 2 of this series, Iceman went on a mission with Kitty Pryde where they recruited a new teenage mutant by the name of Zachary. Turns out things aren't going quite so well for him, and he feels like he's not learning what he needs to learn at the school. So he runs away. Enter Daken, for some reason or another, decides to take him under his wing. Daken is the bisexual son to Wolverine. He also has a pheromone type of power, where he can use these pheromones to influence other people to either control them or at least steer them in certain directions. Or he can get people to like him. In fact, there was this entire thing online where people were suggesting that him and Johnny Storm may have had a thing on the side. Oh my god, can you imagine how many people in the world would be upset if that was a true thing? So many people out there are already upset with the idea that Bobby Drake was a closeted gay man up to this point. Could you imagine if Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, was also a bisexual? But that's another topic, we'll address that in another video. Back to this story. Bobby tracks down Zach and tries to convince him to return back with him. But he's not having it. There's probably another storyline that's going to be taking place with Zach, so I hope that's going to be addressed sometime in the future. We get a bit of a confrontation between Daken and Iceman. I'm really happy with the idea that Iceman really doesn't put 100% effort in this. He somewhat just kind of bats him to the side twice, and that just makes me really happy. We get a bit of a romantic feel between the two of them, but it was really just Daken trying to fool around with Bobby and mess with his head a bit. But Bobby saw right through it. I was really worried that Bobby was going to be falling all over Daken because of his pheromones, like many other characters have done in the past. I can't express how happy I am with this series and how it's turning out. It's not a super serious storyline where the fate of the world rests in Bobby's hands. It's more of a self-journey for himself, and also being an Omega level mutant, he has all these other responsibilities put on him. And it's simultaneously taking place while some other X-Men adventures are going on, which explains why a lot of these other characters can't accompany him on certain adventures. It does end on a huge shocking note, or at least a huge shocking note for a lot of gay people in the world, where you can probably just say, wow, he actually did it. Even though I've given all kinds of other spoilers, that one I think I'll leave out just for anyone out there who wants to read this issue. I personally love the direction of this series, and I love how Sina Grace is writing Bobby. And I think he's a great pairing with Edgar Salazar. I love his art style. But let me just go ahead and leave it at that. Like I said, this is a Marvel Comics book, so it is available at just about any comic book store anywhere, or you can want to go to Comixology.com, or just go to Marvel.com. You can download a digital copy from them. But let me know what you thought about this issue. Did you like it? Did you read it? If you did read it and you liked it, leave a comment down below and let me know. Also, hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. Check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. I admit I don't want Iceman and Daken to be together romantically, but I did kind of want to see them kiss. I just want to see Bobby playing Daken, where Daken is always the player, where he plays all these other guys and girls in the Marvel Universe. I want to see the roles reversed, just this once.